Okay, everybody, welcome back. Here we are going to continue by building out our mobile site here. So, in looking at this, I do see that I kind of have things falling into place. It looks like there's some problems that I'm going to have to adjust. For example, my navigation seems to be a little low, so I need to kind of bring that back up here. And then continue building this out. So in essence, just going to continue this process here. So here I am in my media query. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back up and I'm going to copy out the styles that I have in main, right? So right now there's this group here for main, right? Here they are, okay? And I'm just going to copy those, and I'll copy it down to footer, okay? Copy. There's only 3 for footer. I might as well copy them all, just to make my life a little easier. Okay. Alright. So now here we go. I'm going to paste these in to my media query here. Okay. And then I'm going to go up. And for me, it's around line 215 or so. Okay. Here's where main begins, right? Around 209, excuse me. So now I'm going to go in and I'm going to start tweaking some of these other values. Okay. So I'm thinking that I might do, let's see, so I have main set to 100% and the height is 100%. That's fine. I did everything text align center. That should be fine too. So I don't really think there's much that I need to do on main, but I'm going to keep these active just in case. Right, so I'll take all these out and then I'm just going to leave that there in case I need to add anything later. Okay. And then I have the H1. Now this is going to represent this larger text. If you remember, we had the inspire, play, create, right? Big thick text in our original graphic here. So, and in the mobile mock-up, if you look at it, that's still there, but it's kind of up top here, right? So the font size is going to be a lot smaller. So what I'm going to do, here's where it is right here, this H1 tag. So yes, my font is going to be impact, right? The font size is not going to be 100 pixels, right? So let's try this down to maybe about 20 pixels, okay? And you should always do fonts in points, so I'm going to put that back into points, okay? And still want it to be uppercase, so I'm just going to pull that down here. And then I have this huge margin from the top of 250. That's way too big. So I'm going to drop that down to more like 5, right? Okay. And as you see, if I bring this in here, you'll see that that's starting to kind of fall into place right where I want it to be, right? Now at this point of the game, it's probably going to be prudent for me to actually go in and maybe fix this navigation first before I move it forward. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to my individual LIs here, and I notice I don't have a margin, font size, so I'm going to put font size, and I will make that be, let's try 7 points, right? And, okay, so that's getting pretty close at this point, right? So maybe what I need to do is I maybe need to, let's see, so I made the nav be 80. Let's make that be 90, right? Okay, so 90 is good. You see how 90 made it all be on one line here? Let's try this. I have this as a percent. What if I made this be like 220 pixels, an absolute pixel value instead of a percent? Okay. Now that seemed to work. It seemed to do what I wanted it to do, but it's not fitting now in this whole thing. And I still got that big space in the front there, which I'm trying to figure out why that's there. So let me see what I have here. So this is my nav, right? I have padding. Let me just do a straight. I did padding left 0. Maybe it's a margin. Let me try margin dash left, and I'll make that 0 and see how that picks up here. Okay, well, didn't really help too much. Okay. Oh, well, that did help somewhat. Okay. There's the red border. Now if I could just get that and set padding, if I do padding left 0, right? see, padding. No, that didn't do anything either. Okay. So what I got to figure out is let's go back and look at the original style on that. Okay, so I'm going to go back up to this nav here. Okay, so here's the nav. How did I do this? So nav, and I just have a padding left on this. I have a width, and this height never gets picked up. I wonder what would happen. Let me see this for a second. Let me fix that here. I wonder if that's broken in both views. We'll turn this off really quick. No, it's still good. Okay. So, has to be something that I'm missing here. That's making this break to the next line. Okay. Not sure why, but let's see what we have here. Okay. So that being said here, let's for some reason, if you could see this, you know there's an indent right there. I need to get that to be all the way over. Okay. So the question is, I'm going to use the tools here in Google. Okay. So if I'm looking at this, there's my unordered list, right? And I got a float on the left of that to make it be right next to it. There's my UL, okay? And then when I go in to my first LI here, you'll see that there's, let's see, I'm looking here. I have this margin top, float left, margin top. I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so I'm in the process of troubleshooting this. I see that I'm having this big indent problem right here, right? So what I'm speculating is that although I have padding left and margin left equals 0 on the nav ID, I'm wondering if maybe I need to put it on the UL because it's the UL tag that makes that indent happen, right? So just to try this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and put on the mobile style sheet, I'm going to put in UL padding 0 margin 0. Okay. And I'll give that a quick save. And then you'll see when I pull this in, you'll see, yeah, that little indent is now gone. I just don't have enough space here, but that's easily fixable. And I suspect if I put this back at 80% after the troubleshooting I was doing, that, well, that's a little big. Okay, so maybe if I made it like 75, let's see if that works. Oh, it's so close. Okay, so maybe I need like 70. Right, and there we go. Okay, but 70 is a little too small. So what if I did 72? Yeah, that's perfect. Now I do need to probably put a margin on the top here, which I believe the original style, let's see, would have been here. Nav had, no, it didn't have a margin on the top. Okay, so I think I should probably put that. So what I will do here is, here's my mobile. I'll go in and put a margin on the top. And I don't know, I'm just going to eyeball it here. So right now, I want to get it lower. So I'll put it in, let's try 5 pixels, right? And that push it down somewhat. Maybe I can get away with 10. Yeah, that's looking pretty good, okay? It's right on the baseline. I might even be able to go as far as like 12. So it kind of lines it right up. That's perfect, right? Now I can take this border off now that I solved this problem, okay? So that's something to be aware of as well. You know, when you're doing a style sheet that's going to override something, things can show up that didn't happen in the website, but do happen in the mobile site. And so because I was applying this on an ID, this padding left and margin left, it wasn't affecting what the UL brings to the table, right? So in essence, it was kind of not overriding that indent that UL tags automatically bring to it, right? So that was a tough one, okay? But that's something to be aware of as you're doing these sort of mobile designs, and things can creep up that you didn't see in the website, but you do see in the mobile version, okay? All right, so that being said, let's move it forward. So here we go. We've done this inspire, create, and play, and that seems to be falling right into place now. So the next part of this is to kind of start this main section, okay? And I think we're in pretty good shape. So I think I'm going to stop this part of the video and move on to the next one. Thank you.